My name is Lorin Phillips. I work for Sigma's national headquarters, and I'm our assistant executive director. I was actually the one that brought Great Life EDU and said, hey, we need to do this. Before, we were just pushing information and then weren't really doing a lot with the information that we were getting back. It evolved as far as raised the bar on quality, and then I think it provided a lot more tracking mechanisms as well than what we were currently using. So it just simplified things so that we could really just focus on the response. What do we do with this information? How else can we work with the chapters? We've actually been able to provide chapter-specific information, and we have an annual prevention institute where we sit down and we help them understand the prevention model, and a lot of that we've learned from Everfi and programs like this. And then they take that back and they create a local chapter prevention plan. I think that when we initially started, we thought that we were doing a lot right, and we learned that there was a lot more that we could and should be doing. I think my favorite part of it, though, is that they've really taught me about how to communicate all of this through stories. And the fact that most of our students, when they come to this prevention program, they leave pretty jazzed. I think that's really hard to do sometimes. Before, we spent a lot of our time at that program giving them very base level information. But now that they've come in and they've had this education, we can talk to them on a more mature level. And they eat up this information as well when we're sharing the specifics and the data. And I didn't think that they would, but they love it, and I think that they get excited to go back and share that with their officer teams. They really feel empowered because they have that information, and not only do they know what's next. We weren't in a place to be able to do that before we partnered with Everfi and before they had that content.